Pickaxe.
How was your birthday, Michael Johnson?
It was awful.
Yeah?
Absolutely dreadful in every way.
Oh, no.
Oh, was it?
I had a proper stinker of a welcome to the age of 29. I spent the day ill with COVID and enslaving away at a desk working on David Beckham's face for 14 hours that day. So I thought, screw it. I may as well do the work tonight because I ain't doing anything else with the COVID. So, yeah, great. But I made up for it the weekend. I had a lovely weekend. I had like a full week of birthday in 2 days. It was magical.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you spread your birthday over 2 days, I forgot to say happy birthday to you on either of those days. So,
you monster.
True friend. Hashtag true friend. The best friends don't need to say it. I think it's just assumed and implied.
It's implied.
The real ones, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And like the only way you keep up with birthdays nowadays is when Facebook notifies you. And
well, that's how I used to get birthdays, and now I don't go on Facebook. Therefore, no more birthdays. Birthdays are over.
I think we've mutually kind of agreed as a species to forget about birthdays now that Facebook isn't reminding us. That's fine.
We all really tried though, didn't we? During lockdown, everyone made a concerted effort to send out cards. That's that's one of the main reasons I remembered yours, Michael Johnson. Is because Moonpig reminded me, and so I got my card out to you because the pig told me.
Yeah, we did a family Zoom quiz on every birthday and this is a family of the family that I was locked down with, and then my set of cousins and aunt and uncle in a different household. So between us, there were and like a few like spouses and partners were also locked down together. So spread
that
across.
Sounds fucking awful.
Yeah. So because there were that many of us, it meant there was a Zoom quiz every like 3 weeks or something because there was always another birthday coming around.
God, I do not miss the Zoom quizzes. That it was fun one time, maybe. Even then, I didn't really enjoy it, and then every time after that was just pain and misery. I don't want to do this.
I love my family, right? I love them.
Yeah.
They were all locked down together, and I was up in Newcastle, and I think I might be exaggerating, but I'm fairly sure we did a quiz every week just to sort of stay in touch.
Yeah.
And it was me sat at my desk with my headphones on after being sat at that desk all day for work. And then just listening to them sort of bicker back and forth and go, no, I haven't asked my question yet. It's my turn. Your question. I'm just sitting there like I want to go and look at good screen in the other room, but I don't want to be sat here.
People talking at the same time and you can't hear. And then you go, what did you say, Auntie? And then there's like a 2-second delay, even though she's only like 2 hours down south. But for some reason, massive delay. I said... the day. You're breaking up.
This is giving me PTSD.
Yeah.
Just that impression. No more quizzes. No more virtual quizzes, please. I don't even like pub quizzes.
Nope.
I just leave them at home. Don't want them.
Yeah.
Don't want to go to a pub and use my brain and think. That's the opposite of what pubs are for.
Numb it with alcohol, you know?
Well, one thing, even though you might, despite not liking going to the pub, Mikey, there are other things you can do with your time to have fun, such as perhaps going to see a play or perhaps a seminar or something like that.
This is perhaps a seminar that's focused entirely around business practices and how to be a better businessman, presented by a little-known character called Brian Butterfield.
Not a character, a real man.
Yes, real man, but he's a character of a man. That's what I meant.
He is a real character. Gravy boy.
Yeah,
Did you have a good time, Mikey?
I had a delightful time. It is beautiful to see the Vidiots story go from rags to riches, from talking about Butterfield to talking to Butterfield, and then being in the physical presence of Mr. Butterfield. What a story! We've did it, boys. I had a lovely time. I think I'm going to echo the same sentiments you guys had. It was a good, well put together show, but good Lord, was that man sweaty. He had, I assume he had the same for your shows, where he had two fans on stage pointing out at all times. Oh, wow. Oh man, they were on for this one. It didn't do much. I can say that.
I guess different venues are sort of different. Have different ventilation and stuff. Yeah, he didn't need them in ours. He seemed all right.
Oh, it was moist in ours. But we did get a fun bonus Vidiots character mention during the show of Mr. Blobby made a guest appearance.
Oh,
well, not appearance, but a mention as a part of the show where he brings up people from the audience to pitch their business ideas to Brian. And one of the ideas was a Mr. Blobby themed escape room. And
that's me. That
Did he go
sounds
for that? Was
terrifying.
that his favourite?
Well, I think it did win. The other one was Infinite Egg, which is just a very, very long egg.
Okay, I like that.
But in the course of discussing the business, Brian did spill that he was, in fact, the man in the suit. Brian
Really?
Butterfield is Blobby. I can't believe I'm saying
Whoa!
this.
Wow.
Oh, did he? That suit. I see what you mean. Goodness
Yeah.
me.
A huge reveal.
I can't believe it. And it
Well,
seemed
it's
like
another-
he had some bad memories about being in that suit from what he said.
Well, that's another Vidiots character we can cross off the list. Then we've already met Blobby when we
Yeah.
met Brian.
Yeah. Hey,
Easy.
yeah, 2 for 1. Let's go.
Looking through him.
Did you queue up to meet him?
Of course I did. I paid my £20 for my certificate. I got some
Good.
bonbons, which I, after buying, realised had milk in them. So
Yeah, I was going to say, are those
Oh,
vegan?
no.
That's a bit dicey.
Nah, they weren't vegan, but in front of me, actually on my desk. So after I left, oh wait, no, I don't. Oh, somewhere in this room, I have just the empty packet with the sticker on it, and that's my little memento. Yeah.
Did you know, speaking of the VCU, do you know that Dave Benson Phillips is now officially the face of Sunny Delight in the UK?
What?
Officially?
Yeah, he does the Sunny D adverts now, or he's done a string of Sunny D adverts that I
Has
kept
he?
meaning to sort of bring along, and it's
Oh
sort
my
of
god.
it's old news now. But yeah, so he's been on Celebrity MasterChef, hasn't he? I don't know how far he got, but so he sort of came back into semi-relevance, and then I think maybe off the back of that, Sunny D have done this campaign with him where it's about like 90s nostalgia, because we all used to drink Sunny D when we watched our Get Your
God,
Own
there
Back,
he
of
is.
course. And so they've got him on to say, I think the whole idea in the ad is something like, you know, it might be from the 90s, but it's still just as good, or something along those lines. So
Yeah,
that's
look
what
at
they
the
got
one that
David.
Mikey's put in the chat, that little ad.
All right.
That's
Oh
quite
yeah,
cute.
there he is. Hashtag it's still a thing. And it's
Well,
Dave
that was going to
Benson
be my
Phillips.
question. I thought they stopped selling Sunny D in the UK after it turned people orange or something.
Yeah, well, that's why they've done this campaign, is because everyone thinks they stopped selling it because it turned that girl orange. 'Cause she drank so much of it.
No disrespect to Dave Benson Phillips, who of course is a titan of industry and very famous. I appreciate that what they probably tried to do here is pick a celebrity from the time period that people who were kids at the time might still remember, and then, you know, oh, Sunny D, that was also around when I was a kid, briefly, until that girl, look how orange you look, went orange. But is he really all they could get?
Well, maybe that's.
Could they not do better than Dave?
Well, I almost feel like the hashtag applies to Dave as well.
He's still alive.
They picked someone from the 90s who everyone thought was no longer still a thing, but is still a thing.
Yeah, it is quite
the
a
perfect celebrity.
scathing kind of way to present an ad campaign. Like, remember this? Probably, maybe. Wow,
Yeah,
these
no.
faces. Wait, his face is actually on the bottles?
Yeah.
His face
I
is on the
think so.
bottle.
There's another one. Oh my god, wait. Is that just like a promotional Sunny D? Sunny D.
Yeah, there he is.
It's a good pose.
Yeah, he is on it. He is on the bottle. Well, we're clearly going to need to hashtag Sunny Dave. Unleash your
Sunny
inner
Dave.
Dave. What the fuck?
Wow.
How's this passed me by?
What?
I don't know,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to bring. I mean, I knew it, and I kept thinking to almost say it conversationally to you, Ben, at the office, and I was like,
Right.
no, I'll save it for Podiots. And I was going to bring the audio from the ads, because there's video ads as well, but I kept forgetting, and I've just remembered, and this is it. We're doing a
Unleash your
thing
inner
now.
Dave. And what the top one that Mikey's put in there is that you can win a bottle of Sunny D signed by Dave Benson Phillips, which my immediate thought was,
You can buy
who
one
the
on
fuck
eBay
wants-
for £10.
Well, who the fuck wants that? And secondly, actually, we would like that, and then
Yeah.
we can auction it off.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We'll sign it as well. How do we win that? Can we win that?
Here's your chance to win a bottle of Sunny Dave, signed by the legend himself. Follow our page, tag a friend who loved the
Oh my
Dave
God,
back
that's
in
too
the
much.
day.
It's too much effort.
Yeah. Multiple
Just
give it
entries
to me.
back in
allowed.
the day.
Just
Let me
give
have
me.
it.
It also definitely does not constitute leaving him out of it if we start
yeah.
No, that's true.
No.
win
Sorry.
a signed bottle of
Miss
Sunny
him, you
Dave.
know. Just miss him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a constant in our lives for so long. We still think of you, Dave.
I feel like
Every
pure
Well,
shit.
hey,
Just want Dave back.
I'm glad that they took a chance on him on Celebrity MasterChef, and now he's, you know, getting ad
His own
deals and
back.
stuff. Getting his own back. And he put that tweet out the other day that someone tagged us in, where he was looking for rude songs. So he's doing parties and stuff. Yeah,
that's great.
Hashtag he's still a thing.
Dave's not alone in this ad campaign. There's another celebrity.
Let me guess. Pat Sharp.
Honestly, not too far off.
Right.
Sean Williamson, who's an English actor best known as Barry Evans in EastEnders.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
It's the same deal.
Literally no idea who this man is. So I guess...
He's in multiple Ricky Gervais different shows starring as himself. Yeah. And again, the whole idea is it's Barry from EastEnders. Yeah, he's still looking for work, but he's struggling. That's the character that he plays.
God, that's not a character. Wow, Dave and Sean are like bound to be together. This is beautiful marketing. Actually, I take it all back. This is perfect. Wow. Anyway, I met Brian Butterfield.
You met Brian Butterfield, did you?
Yeah. And I wouldn't say awkward, but not great. Okay. I mean, not he was great. It's just, social interactions are hard at the best of times, let alone when you're in a big sweaty suit and you've got gawking fan after gawking fan coming and putting their hands on you and getting pictures. I did try to record the whole interaction on my phone, like at least the audio, but the second I handed the phone over to the picture taker, he covered the microphone with his fingers perfectly for the entire thing, so you couldn't hear anything.
No.
I'm quite glad of that because it wasn't very good conversation. I was just like, hey, Brian, it's good to finally meet you. Like, oh, what's your name?
Why is he a ghost of Christmas past?
I was like, oh, Mikey, we actually chatted a couple of weeks ago when we interviewed you on Podiots. He's like, I like your T-shirt.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he didn't even try then.
Too much time had passed. He'd forgotten Gravy Bow.
We were hoping for a Gravy Bow.
Yeah, I did.
Get one.
I said to him, "Could I get a Gravy Bow for all time's sake?" Nothing. Didn't
Really?
Didn't entertain it. And then the rest of the interaction was him going, "It's a nice T-shirt. Where did you get it from?"
Oh man,
what T-shirt were you wearing?
Poor guy, so tired.
Oh dear.
Well, it seems like with so many things that we've done in the past, we're just going to have to cling desperately to former glories, and we're going to keep the Gravy Bay thing alive for as long as we can, even if Brian forgot about it after 3 weeks.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure.
Because we're very good at not letting jokes die, aren't we?
Yes, we are, Brian. Yes, we are. Shall we do the podcast?
Yeah,
let us.
Hello everybody and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the 3 Rs, where everybody brings a thing along to talk about. I'm Ben.
I'm Peter.
And I'm Michael.
Gravy Bay. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Mikey, I just want to say, you're looking fantastic at the moment. How's the cycling to and from work going?
Oh, it's great. I can eat whatever the hell I want, whenever I want, and it just makes no impact on my body. It's great.
Brilliant. What a world to live in.
I cannot recommend cycling 150 miles a week to anyone. I can do anything. I can eat anything. Every day is treat day.
Take up smoking. Start smoking.
Why not?
That's good. Yeah, exercise and smoking go together like apples and pears, right?
Burn some plastics on the back of your bike as you go down.
Sorry, what?
But just burn some plastics on the back of your bike.
I just put some plastics on the back of my bike. I put a milk bottle in the back spoke, so it sounds like I'm a motorbike the entire way there.
You should obviously already have that. That goes without saying.
Well, it's like carbon offsetting. Like it works to if you drive to work, or like deliveries, they offset the carbon in the delivery to make it good. I'm offsetting my good carbon with more bad carbon by burning plastic.
Yeah,
so,
it's like Marjorie Dawes off of Little Britain, which we all love very much, says this cake is 50% less fat, which means you can eat twice as much. Which is good logic.
Makes
I like
sense.
that.
You don't want to let the planet off too easily. It's expecting you to take a car or public transport, so you want to do a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
How long is each of your journeys each way in?
45 minutes each way, roughly.
Blimey. Is it a tough cycle? Are there hills?
Nah, piece of piss. Piece of piss.
All right then.
Flat the entire way, entire stretch is just a big long cycle path. No cars, no nothing. So it's delightful.
God, that sounds fucking wonderful.
Oh, it's so good. I'm dreading. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold outside. Maybe I'll have to finally wear trousers on my bike, but I refuse. I refuse.
And how are you, Peter?
I'm very well, thank you. I wish I could cycle, like, just on a quiet cycle path all the way to work.
Me too.
Sounds great. I mean, I know you do cycle to work then, but not presumably on a quiet cycle path all the way.
No, quite the opposite,
And
Peter.
Do you have hills?
I do have hills, yeah.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Bike thieves as well. You got to.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
past.
true. I invested in some bike lights today, so we'll see how long those last. Thankfully, I'm not leaving it anywhere where anybody should be able to take them, but we'll see. If they disappear, I'll know that Peter Austin's feathered his nest with some bike lights.
You'll see on my
Collecting shiny
webcam
things.
next week. There's just like flashing lights in the room.
You'll collect enough to wear them like a necklace.
Yeah.
Your shiny trinkets that you found. Excellent. Well,
How are you doing, Ben?
oh, thank you for asking, Mikey. I appreciate it.
I'm a good friend, unlike Peter Austin.
Thanks, man. You're such a good friend.
I was setting up a whole bit there,
Oh,
a visual gag that you're not going to
visual
appreciate
gag?
until
Oh, sorry. Well, maybe I'm the bad friend. Do you visual
Hey
gag,
Ben,
Peter?
I've already done it. It's happened.
Oh,
Yeah,
You have to watch the episode.
Hello?
How are you doing, Ben?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Since the last podcast we did, there's now a cat living in my house.
There is a cat.
Yay!
Is it now your cat? Because you named it.
Oh, it's feeling a lot more like it. It's got to go and meet the other cats, which are not currently here, but that will be moving here in the new year. And if that
Wow.
goes okay, then yes.
Some would say it's feline a lot more like it.
Oh,
Am I right?
Some would.
Yeah, some would.
And also a lot wouldn't.
No.
But that that's okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I've got Pippa the cat. She's very naughty.
Aw.
We don't think she's a year old yet. She's booked to get spayed, and so
Oh, you're going to take it digging.
hopefully yes, yeah, we've booked her in for some archaeology, and
Lovely.
hopefully that'll make her calm down a bit because she is fucking mental.
Nice.
And she likes to run and jump on the bed at high speeds at 6 a.m. So that's been really fun.
Nice.
To deal with that. But
You
yeah,
just-
that's it.
This was a temporary cat, but I think the second you gave the cat a name,
Yeah.
the cat was
that's-
not temporary.
That's
Realistically, after the first night, it probably wasn't a temporary cat anymore. But
Aw.
regardless, she's here, so that's it. And it's only been 2 weeks, but it feels like a bloody lifetime. I'm so tired.
Oh, don't worry. It actually, well, I would say it gets easier, but maybe she'll be nuts forever.
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
Maybe it'll be terrible. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, she's got a home now, and that's all that matters. If you want to help support Michael Johnson with his cycling, Peter Austin with his... What are you doing, Peter? What's going on?
Sunny D.
With his Sunny D.
I'm going to take up Sunny D again.
And me with my cat litter, then you can go to podiots.com. And if you go there, donate £3 or more, you get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the podcast, and you join Pod Squad. You support what we do here in the process, and we really, really appreciate it. Mikey, do you have the first group of Pod Squadders?
Of course I do. We begin with the generous Adam W. And they say, "Hey-o, fellas, after a rough couple years where I dropped off a bunch of content, I'm catching up on my Podiots and Triple Jump content. Currently on episode 87, October 2021, so maybe I'll hear this read out in a couple of weeks. Keep being great." Oh,
Thank you, Adam.
thank you, Adam.
Very much.
We continue with Butterfield D's Nuts.
Nice.
Nice. Donak07, Sir Digby Chicken Caesar, Specky Becky, Lord Brotovich, the Gravy Bay Boys.
Gravy Bay.
The Gravy Bay. Oh, it's so infectious. Grand Admiral Thread Webber, Mr. Macker, long overdue donation, and I should probably do too. Thank you. Thank you.
Which continues with, 2 feels a bit tight, 4 feels right.
Wow.
Bon, who was very generous and said, "Hi boys, long time fan here. Just wondered if you could say happy birthday to my brother, Louis, as we're both massive fans and always reference Podiots moments in conversation. I'd be very excited to hear you mention him. Cheers, lads. Well, happy birthday, Louis, from all of us.
Happy birthday, Louis. I think it's Con
birthday,
Bon 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 as well.
That's what I said.
Oh, did you? Sorry, I thought you said Bon 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 Bon.
Nah, it's just Discord playing tricks on you.
Fucking Discord, man.
Fucking Discord.
Hopefully Discord plays no tricks on your birthday, Louis.
Yes, happy birthday, Louis.
Happy
and
birthday,
thank
Louis.
you, Con Bon Bon Bon.
The list continues. Shat my pants banned from Tesco.
That'll do it.
I miss Grape Coon. Not a limp, only one leg. Noel Ewok Edmonds. Brian Blobbyfield. Raindrop Joy. Disqualified from Cat Show. And I bought a cheetah. Very funny.
And finally, we have Scruffy Bird Boy, Double-Handed Wank Champion, Bleep Bloop It R2D's Nuts,
Nice.
Dave Batista's Sizable Dong, This Is a Shart Attack, Stephen Skodes, Pineapple Pizza, Sheddy and his Nads Yeah, Prince Beefcakes, one of our mundane Sikhs, Emily Limes. Oh, a play on Emily Lemons.
Oh, Emily
and
Limes.
That man what wears a hat. Thank you so much to all of you for your generosity. That's your pod squad for this week. Really appreciate you all. Podiots.com, £3 or more to get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the podcast. Before we move on to things, I just want to preemptively thank people at the time of recording. Haven't even done it yet. But I did a stream on Friday with my friend Ben. On Friday the 13th, we played the Blair Witch game and we raised money for Mermaids, which is a trans youth charity. You can still donate now. If you would like to, go to our relevant social media feeds and you will find links to do that. Thank you, everybody who came along and gave so generously. I can only assume. And if you don't, you make me look silly, then I'll be sad. So you best quickly go donate now, hadn't you?
Yeah. Donate not to help the charity, but instead to make Ben
To make me feel better.
Yeah,
Make me
just
feel
for
better.
Ben. Nothing to do with charity.
That's the most important thing.
Do you have a favourite name?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Grover.
I thought it said this is a shark attack. So this is a shark attack really took me by surprise, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I maybe should have done. So maybe that one.
Okay.
Shat my pants banned from Tesco.
Yeah.
Good
one.
I'm a huge fan of Dave Batista's Sizable Dong, so that's the one I'm going to go for.
Good.
And there we are. Those are our favourites. Thank you very much, everybody. Podiots.com. I'm the Thing Master. I have the things this week. You've all sent in some things. We usually ask for them a few days before we record. We want things that are weird and local to you, ideally, that have occurred in the past week or so. And we've got a number of those available. Who would like to do their listener-submitted thing first?
I've got mine right in front of me.
Oh.
If you want it.
You both.
You go first, Peter. You go first.
All right. This is from Idris Gazelba, who at Liam Piccolo on Twitter. It's from Stoke-on-Trent Live. Would you believe?
Yes.
Love that.
And it's Stoke-on-Trent News from the courts section. Naked. This is written by George Bunn, which is a great name. Naked man with poo-smeared face seen hiding in bush as bizarre 8-minute police chase comes to an end. It's quite
8 minutes. Wow, quite
There's a lot going on in that headline.
The subheading, even more goes on. Joseph Seven, as in the River Severn, spelled that way. Joseph Seven attempted to insert a finger in his bottom as he was arrested.
Are you sure this wasn't Joseph, age 7? Because this is
this is a grown man. There's a mugshot and everything.
With a poo-smeared face. Yeah, probably. Here we go. A naked man with poo on his face was seen clutching a stolen bottle of bubble bath as he hid in a bush as a bizarre 8-minute police chase was brought to an end. Joseph Southern was spotted performing a sex act on himself as he made a nude sprint in Adderley Green after climbing out of his ex's bathroom window. The 26-year-old was eventually found by officers crouching by a door with his genitals exposed and rubbing bubble bath all over his body.
I can't possibly imagine why the relationship isn't currently going on.
But they made a lovely pair.
During the ensuing struggle, he hurled a nearby mop bucket and bit one of the officers. As he was finally arrested, he attempted to insert a finger up his bottom.
That's a real, final sign of defiance, isn't it? Yeah. Well, screw you.
Well, screw me with my finger. Now the defendant of Gilliat Walk, Bentillee, that's a place, apparently, has been jailed for 21 months. Stoke-on-Trent Crown Court, which is hyperlinked, heard Seven had been in a casual relationship with his partner for 2 months, but it did not end on good terms. Prosecutor Jonathan Dickinson said Seven entered his ex's flat in Adderley Green uninvited on Saturday, January the 28th. The claimant heard the bathroom door slam and went to investigate. On the way to the bathroom, she heard the shower running. Upon entering, she saw discarded clothing and human feces wiped on the floor and the side of the bath. The court heard the defendant was naked and crouched down in the bath. Mr. Dickinson said, after seeing him in the bathroom, she shouted at him to get out and that she was going to call the police. He asked if he could have sex with her. She phoned her brother to ask him to come to the flat. While she was on the phone, the defendant, still naked, jumped out of the window and knocked over 2 small ornaments.
What do you think they were?
Real
Asda gnomes, definitely Asda gnomes.
Yeah. 2 Asda gnomes were
2
knocked
small
over.
Asda gnomes on the bathroom windowsill. And he also stole a bottle of bubble bath. The police arrived and heard the defendant was making his way down Banksman Road. Quote, he was seen hidden in the bushes, naked, apart from a jacket. He had feces covering his face and mouth. And he bit someone, apparently, with his feces mouth. Police eventually caught him crouched by the back door of a property, genitals exposed, rubbing the stolen gel over himself. Officers tried to restrain him and he picked up a nearby mop bucket and threw water over the officers before throwing the bucket at them. Officers tried to restrain him, but he was very... very slippery from the shower gel.
Yeah, that would be really hard. That's another tactical move.
It would, yeah.
God.
Just lube yourself up before you go and break the law. This is still all a quote, I think, from the court. After attempting to climb over a nearby fence, officers pulled him to the ground. End quote. The court heard Seven continued to resist arrest before biting one of the officers. After being sprayed, he was detained. Mr. Dickinson added, the whole incident lasted around 8 minutes. It was all caught on body-worn cameras, and he made several attempts to start masturbating during the chase and making overly sexualized comments to the officers. While he was put in handcuffs, he made an attempt to insert a finger up his anus.
What is the charge? Trying to enjoy a pokey bum wank? Yeah.
This is the one who got me on the penis, people. He was interviewed on January 29th, where he refused to leave his cell. He remained silent to questions. One of the PCSOs was left with a bite on his left forearm and had to go to the Royal Stoke A&E for antibiotics. Seven pleaded guilty to burglary, 1 charge of exposure, 1 charge of criminal damage, and 2 offences of assaulting an emergency worker. Mitigating, Anis Ali said, so I think that's essentially defending him, said, he recognises the position he is in and he is genuinely remorseful. He regrets his action and has assured me that none of it was sexually motivated. As he tosses himself off running down the street.
There was a very big sexual element to it.
Yeah. He continues, he recognises this was an unpleasant incident. This was not a situation that required extensive planning. It was on impulse. In terms of damage, it was limited to nominal. I said that my client said it wasn't sexually motivated. He does have an explanation and he is aware it is unlikely to assist, Your Honour, but he said he simply wanted a wash.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mate, that defendant is scrambling for anything.
Yeah, I just wanted a wash. It continues, and this is understandable. There are concerns with mental illness, but he knows he faces a prison sentence today. That's what was said in court in his defence. As well as being jailed for 21 months, Seven was handed a 3-year restraining order and placed on a sex offenders register for 7 years. Recorder Julian Taylor said, this was a very unpleasant incident. You behaved in a rather peculiar manner, but it was also very offensive. If you breach the restraining order or the notification order, you'll be back here in front of this court again. I certainly would describe that as rather peculiar.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's strange. Was he? Is he mentally unwell, or was he on a substance?
Yeah.
It doesn't mention a substance because that is that's a pretty mental thing to do, isn't it?
It is, and you do often, when you see videos of people sort of tweaking out in the street, like, it's not unusual for them to be totally naked. I think that's just something that people do when they're completely off.
I reckon She had like a bottle of Matey Max bubble bath, like the fun-shaped shampoo or body wash or whatever it is, and he was like, I want that. And that's what he wanted to wash
I want
with.
the matey.
He saw that the last time he was there. They broke up. He's like, I'm going to go and get that.
It would go with the gnomes as well, a bottle of matey. And he just couldn't wait to get home. So as he was running through the street, he started rubbing it all over himself. That's the only reason. He wasn't sexually motivated. Calm down.
Where did the poo come from?
I don't know. And it was on his mouth.
Was the poo there before he arrived at the flat? Or...
Well, it was smeared on the bathtub. I think when he got there, maybe it was a bit of a, what do you call it, a dirty protest.
Yeah.
But he sort of protested his own face as well. So
yeah.
I would go as far as to say yes, either mental illness or drug addiction or drug incident or both maybe. But that certainly happened.
Bubble bath and poo on face. That's funny, right?
Yeah,
that's okay. Yeah. It's okay to find that funny.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Cool.
And the fact that he was too slippery to arrest.
He'd be caught. He's like a cartoon character.
I enjoyed that a lot, the slipperiness.
That's good.
Accurate.
Well, thanks for sending that in. That was very good. I enjoyed it.
Yes. Thank you, Peter. Mikey, would you like to do your thing?
I would be absolutely overjoyed to present my thing. Oh, I'm less presenting and more quizzing today.
Oh,
it's not a fucking Zoom quiz, is it?
Yeah, get ready. Yeah, no. Thankfully, this is well. I mean, it could be interpreted as a Zoom quiz, maybe a Zoomer quiz, if you will. Oh. I don't know. Wait, what the fuck are Zoomers? Gen
Z, right?
Yeah. Well, hey, there you go. It's right.
Brilliant.
So,
Peter and I work with one of those. We've been doing some homework.
Oh, well, good. Well, this might come in handy. I want today to give you some Gen Z slang and terminology, and I want to see
we've got this.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if all these years of training have paid off, and you are down with the kids, as they say. Okay. So, I have a number of words in front of me. I didn't count them beforehand. I don't want to count them now. And I also have uses, examples in a sentence, and the actual definition for when you boys either give up or to confirm or deny your findings. I think, well, I always need to think about the structure of these things before doing it, other than just getting the things. You're both getting scored individually to find out who is the most Gen Z and who is the least. I was going to spoil one of the words there, but I'll save that.
Nearly
this is
slipped
hard.
Up.
All right, Peter, Ben, I've got you on a notepad. Are you ready to play the Gen Z game?
Yes.
Bussin.
Yeah.
What do you think bussin means? You have the chance to pull in a sentence, but I'd like to see you try and figure it out from just the word before we go into sentence territory.
Do we buzz in, or like how does this work?
Yeah, because what if one of us says what the other one thinks is correct?
Okay, we'll do a buzz. Just one of you say your name, and then that'll be your buzz. Ben, yes, Potter.
Bussin means it's sick, man. Like if it's food, it's delicious. If something is bussin', it's cool and it's happening, and we love it.
Yeah, bingo! Absolutely smashed it in one.
It's absolutely bussin'.
Absolutely bussin'.
This is a bussin' thing, Mikey.
Like wow, Ben. Why even bother with the rest of the quiz?
The years are falling off me.
For an example in a sentence, it would be, oh, these potato smileys, chicken dippers, and beans are bussin'.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've said that. Peter's heard it. I've said that before.
Says it all the time.
This your bussin'. And the actual definition of it is, bussin' is an adjective used when something is very good. Usually when people say bussin', they're talking about food. So Ben, you completely smash out of the park there.
It's also in that Ghostbusters song, isn't it? Bussin' makes me feel good.
Bussin' makes me feel good. It's true, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
On the bussin' train, we continue with...
Why did you say bussin' train and not bus?
For fuck's sake! Yeah. Everyone come get on the bus, because the bus... Yeah,
it's too late, Michael. It's too late. Bussin' train is the name of the episode.
Oh, shit. We continue with Bussy.
Peter.
I'm desperate to hear this.
Well, to be fair, I I'm more sort of defining ussy here as a suffix. So to put a whole ussy into something is to really commit. And the start of the word ussy, so in this case bussy, would be the first letter of the word, or the first few letters of the word that you're saying, or that is relevant. So if you've say you've got like there's someone running around in their underknickers in the street and really committing, you might say they're putting their whole gussy into it because of the gusset of the knickers.
Of course, you would say that.
But Peter, could you define bussy for me? What is that word? Good work on the ussy, but
I'm going to say that is specifically a butt. I think I'm wrong. I think
Can I buzz into steel?
Yeah, Ben to steel.
It's a boy pussy.
It's a boy pussy.
Of course it is.
It's a boy
I knew I'd heard
pussy.
it somewhere, but I couldn't have told you what it was.
Oh, Peter, you got close, but
It's a boy pussy, man.
I got the etymology, but I didn't get the definition. So,
used in a sentence, it would be, your bussy is beautiful.
Well, it is, yeah.
And the definition is portmanteau of boy, brackets, a young male, and pussy, slang for vagina. So yeah, bussy. I've never heard that used anywhere online or even spoken aloud. So apparently kids are using that. Good job, kids.
I feel like that's been around for a while.
Have you seen any ussy words at all, Mikey? Put your whole
I've seen ussy. I've seen ussy. Just,
Brian Bussy into it, for example.
I've ussied all over the place, but never bussied. Never bussied.
Okay.
We continue with drip.
What?
Drip. 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 Drip.
Okay. I mean, I know what it is, but I want Peter to get a point.
Oh, I don't specifically know this. I'll have a guess before you if you want.
Yeah,
you know it. Okay. I feel like it's a kind of a I don't know actually. I'm sort of questioning.
Would you like to hear it in a
sexual related?
Would you like to hear it in a sentence? Maybe that could help.
Is that cheating?
Probably, but you need the help.
Sure. I'd like to hear a sentence.
In a sentence, it would be, I look drippy AF in my Vidiots merch.
Okay, well, I guess that just generally means, to have style, looking cool as heck. AF.
Yes.
What you would say, Peter, is, holy shit, dude, your drip really accentuates your bussy.
Right.
Wow.
I like it.
You're bussin' bussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Peter. You get the point. And the definition I have in front of me is an enormous amount of swag.
Well, I wouldn't have.
Why wouldn't Peter know that? He's got the most swag.
He's dripped out.
Sometimes, you're too cool for this terminology, right? The other one I've known for sure is the first one, whatever that was. I've forgotten now.
Bussin.
No. Oh, Bussin. Yeah, Bussin. I knew that, but.
Let's see if you get the next one. Riz.
Oh, I know that one. Peter.
Go on. There
we said Riz in the office the other day, and you hadn't heard this one, Ben. But do you remember what it is now?
I've already forgotten it. No, I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Well, do you want to guess first? Because I do know this one.
Well, okay. It's from that song. You put it on, right? Like you put on the Riz. No?
Is that being serious or is that a joke?
It's definitely a joke. Yeah. I have no idea what Riz is. I have no clue.
Riz is a kind of I think generally it's just a kind of, it's having like chat and like being able to kind of be attractive.
Oh, okay.
Sort of broadly, but I think specifically it might even be, it's an almost kind of enigmatic, quite cool kind of a, a bit like what's her name? There's certain celebrities who have a kind of attractiveness about them, and they're not even like conventional as such. They're just like, oh my god, they've just look at her Riz.
Gemma Lawson is oozing in Riz.
So you have Riz. You are. Yeah. It's not that you are Riz. You possess.
You have
Riz.
it. Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. I had no idea. Not heard that one. I might not have been there when you talked about it.
Well, I'm going to give.
I don't know,
there's a new word every week, Peter.
Yeah. They keep coming out with new ones at the word factory.
Got to stop making up new words.
So I am going to give Peter the point there because he's hit the nail on the head. In a sentence, it would be Cooking Mama definitely has Riz.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does.
The definition, and this is not, I didn't know this about the origin of the word. I don't know how truthful it is. The internet's full of lies, but this sounds believable. Riz actually comes from the word charisma.
Oh.
Where in southern Baltimore, they've started to shorten it to Rizma, and then simply to Riz. And yes, it does also, to have Riz is also just to have sex appeal. Or, yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. That's sick.
All right, this is the trickiest one of the bunch, I think. Well, it's the most weird. I'm going to also put this in Discord as I say it, because it just sounds like a word. Just sounds chuggy. Chuggy.
Oh, Ashton taught us this one.
Wait.
But I can't remember what it is. I've heard chuggy before. We had to ask her to explain it.
Chuggy.
Yeah, we've definitely been told about chuggy. But I can't remember.
Well, we
Can I ask,
guess,
Mikey,
then.
is it short for something?
It is not.
Okay, so it's an original word.
Yes. Entirely original.
Chuggy.
I'm going to say that this is something that generations above them, either boomers or, kind of us, are kind of... It's a word that they give to people who are older than
That's
them.
it. I think you've got it. Yeah, it describes. It's like, is it like millennial energy or something? Like, oh, that's so chuggy. Like it's not cool, right, or something.
Yeah, millennials.
It's very appropriate that we both forgot what it meant. It actively describes us.
You're both chuggy AF, but I'm going to give you both a point there because Peter got the 90% of the way, but the 10%
no, I
you
don't.
gave Ben.
I don't deserve a point for that. Peter got it.
Okay, Peter got it.
I think it's specifically millennial, and I said broadly anyone kind of either Gen X or millennial. So
I knew it as like, a term against millennials who kind of like, kind of considered unfashionable now, but they stick to their trends rather than conforming to the new trends. So that's chuggy AF. But the online dictionary I have also, the dictionary definition I have also listed as just a general terms, but yeah, I'm going to say it's more millennial leaning than anything though.
Yeah,
spiritually.
I think that's what I was thinking, yeah.
In a sentence, it would be, Sarah still wears Uggs all the time. That's so chuggy.
I couldn't think of it. Really chuggy. That's
chuggy as hell. I couldn't think of a Vidiots way to use chuggy. I spent
They're still
minutes
playing Minecraft in 2023.
Still talking about
That's
Dave
so
Benson Phillips.
chuggy.
Oh, God, wow. All right, like that. Well, thank you, boys, for filling in the gaps. Beautiful work.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And the full definition I have in front of me is the opposite of trendy. Stylish in middle school and high school, but no longer in style. Wait, I think that's when the word...
I was never stylish in middle school or high school.
Used when someone still follows out-of-date trends. This may include, but not be limited to, fashion, habits on social media, usage of slang, etc. Just when you're not down with the kids, you get chuggy.
Okay.
Chuggy.
That's us then.
All right, we have got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. This
I'm having a great time, Mikey. This is fun.
Yeah, this is great.
Good. Well, I think you're going to learn a new one here because this was news to me.
Okay.
Discord kitten.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, Ben.
I've heard of this.
No way.
Yes, this is a person who is obviously on Discord in servers and sort of plays like the character of an exclusive partner of someone else in that Discord server in exchange for, it might be something as niche as Discord bucks or whatever the equivalent is. And is that kind of the ballpark?
That's not even the ballpark. That's a home run. That is exactly it.
Come on, I could be a Discord kitten.
Yes.
I could be a Discord kitten. Yeah, come on, man.
One minor correction: it's for Discord Nitro. That's the.
That's it. That's what it's
Discord
called.
thing you're looking for. Discord bucks.
So you pretend to be someone's partner.
Kind of.
It's like weird role play. Like you show them preferential treatment. It's like a weird status symbol on this or something. I don't. It's fucking strange, man.
It's like getting the girlfriend experience for the price of a Nitro subscription. What a deal.
Right.
In a sentence, the Vidiots Discord is full of Discord kittens.
It's not.
No, it's not. It could be though. It could be after this. And the full definition is, a Discord kitten is someone who receives pampering from another person through Discord servers. They usually receive gifts like Discord Nitro and virtual items. In return, they provide their providers with companionship or an online relationship. In layman's terms, a Discord kitten is synonymous with a sugar baby.
Right.
So yeah, there you go. Get yourself
Fantastic.
a Discord kitten. Another, I think these do get a bit... Yeah, this next one's totally lost on me, but maybe Ben Potter or Peter Austin. You're both neck and neck, 3 for 3. So you're both equally Gen Z. Glazing.
That's a sex thing, but probably not in this context.
Glazing.
Is it? Glazing. Now
You can put 2 and 2 together with that one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what Gen Zs would call it.
Would you like it in a sentence?
Sure.
Yeah, go on then.
The Vidiots' best feature is their constant glazing of Dave Benson Phillips. Ugh, that sounds really wrong now. You've said what?
Hell, yeah, that's awful.
We're not glazing
all right.
Dave Benson Phillips.
Peter. Is it essentially just sort of... I don't want to say making fun of, because that implies that we make fun of Dave Benson Phillips.
We do,
but sort of having humorous conversation about would be my guess.
I realise I've done a folly in my definition in that we don't glaze over Dave Benson Phillips.
Well,
let's say
I see.
We glaze over Dick and Dom, let's say.
Right. I mean, I would have a different guess now, but Ben, you might want to go ahead.
Okay, with that additional context, I'm assuming it's like we stan.
Yeah, simping.
Yeah. I'll give that.
Isn't stan a Gen Z term? I had to be told what that meant when that first happened a few years ago.
Is it true that stan originates from the Eminem song?
I mean, that's what I've been told, that it does actually mean, you're sort of behaving like Stan did over Slim.
Combination of fan and stalker, stan, which was first coined by Eminem.
And I see. Right, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so thoroughly not Gen Z then.
No, actually, absolutely not. But Gen Z have made it popular again.
Yeah, I think they popularised it.
I've forgotten where we were. But Ben, did you give an answer? Was it Peter?
I think I suggested Stan as a...
I'm going to say no, because this is a bit more specific than Stan, but it's in the right ballpark. Would you like the definition?
Yes.
Yeah.
To overly praise someone or be overly obsessed with someone. See also dick eating and meat riding.
Oh, fuck. Hey, all right.
So, I guess it's like egregiously like being positive about someone, like being really into their shit. Like, you're glazing them.
Right.
Okay.
That's a 0. So we got 2 left, and you're both still neck and neck. So let's see who will be crowned champion. Or maybe you'll both be champions. This is an easy one. So get fingers on buzzers. Cap or no cap? Or / no cap?
Ben.
Oh, I don't know that.
Oh, Ben, go on.
So
this is 2 words, cap
and
no cap. If you can define both, then you'll be a shining star.
No, I think from the context I've heard, no cap means I'm not joking. This is like for real, no cap.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming the opposite is true of cap, is that it's bullshit. I'm joking. It's not real.
Absolutely beautiful. Exemplary. In a sentence, it would be, we interviewed Brian Butterfield, no cap.
Right.
And yes, you're right. Cap means lying, and no cap means the truth. No cap. For real. Right.
Well, do you know what I feel like? I feel like that that screenshot that used to go around on the internet of it was like a news site that had distributed a thing saying, this is what the emojis that your children are sending to each other actually mean. It was like a combination of like a frog and a bus or something, and that means, let's all go and let's go smoke weed or whatever, you know. I'm just learning this like foreign language that's probably not even. It's like cringe even if I do learn it. You know what I mean? If I was to like start using no cap on the internet, that would still be chuggy.
It's evolving so fast. It'll mean something different or be obsolete like this time next week.
Yeah, it's terrible. What world we live in. Right, last one. So, Ben, this could either end in Ben being victorious or you both being equals.
Draw.
And this is a tricky one. So, Don't feel bad if you don't get it. The phrase, it's a phrase, not a word, is beat your face. To beat your face.
Beat your face. So violent.
Face.
If you want the sentence, holler. Or if you want to take a wild stab, that's also very welcome.
I have no idea.
I can't think of a decent guess. I'd like to hear the sentence.
The sentence is, I've got a hot date tonight with Mr. Blobby, so I'm gonna beat my face.
Peter.
Peter?
Does it mean to put makeup on and get yourself ready? Get yourself
Spectacular. Yes.
Oh, very well
to beat
done.
your face is to apply makeup to the face.
How did they get there?
Well, you just punch in your face with brushes and stuff, I guess.
It's so aggressive.
It is aggressive.
I think it's particularly like aggressive amounts of makeup.
Right.
So yeah, if you beat your face,
I'm gonna cake my face in makeup.
tasty cake. And at the end of that, I'm glad to announce that you're both winners today, boys.
Hooray!
Congratulations.
Are we both officially Gen Z?
Yeah, you can get to wear little Gen Z stickers and do TikToks and stuff now. Do funny little dances in the street for on your phone. That's the Gen Z lifestyle.
Ashton's going to be so proud of us.
Yeah, she's raised you well.
Next time I see my siblings-in-law who are coming to the end of high school, I'll be able to talk to them and they'll think I'm really cool now.
Yeah, I think they might still call you Chugi and it'll hurt.
No, they won't. They'll think I'm like really, really down with the kids.
Well, ask them if they've got any Discord kittens, and then they'll be like, wow, Peter's cool. Anyway, thank you very much, boys, for playing this silly little quiz.
That was fantastic. Thank you, Michael.
That was great. Thanks, Mikey.
My listener-submitted thing comes courtesy of Oppressive Squid on Twitter. This is an article from perthnow.com.au, written by Rachel Fenner. Singapore Airline pays New Zealand couple $1,410 in compensation after dog farted during flight to Paris.
Wow.
Oh.
Are you ready to learn more?
Yes.
So ready.
A pair of Singapore airline passengers have earned themselves some gas money after a four-legged flatulent traveller blew them out for 13 hours.
Oh, God.
New Zealand couple Gil and Warren Press say the dog was farting and snorting so badly they moved from premium seats to economy.
This has to be a French bulldog. I'm putting my money in now.
I can send you a photo of the dog.
Oh, please.
You can. I don't know what breed this is. You can decipher. While you do that,
Oh,
it's a type of bulldog, but that's not French.
Kind of looks like a staffy almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's staffy, but it's got something else in it. Anyway, it farts a lot, and that's what matters.
It farts a lot, yeah. After months of emailing the airline, the pair say they have received $1,410 in compensation, which they plan to donate to an animal charity. To an animal charity, actually, it says. I heard this noise, a heavy snorting, said Gil Press. Oh my God, this article. I heard this noise, a heavy snorting, said Gil Press, told Stuff. Stuff is an outlet, I assume. I thought it was my husband's phone, but we looked down and realised it was the dog breathing. I said, I'm not having this sitting next to us the whole trip. The dog's owner told other passengers that the pet got anxious, which was why he was travelling in the cabin. The pair told a flight attendant they were uncomfortable and were told the only other seats were in economy. Then things really ramped up when the dog began to fart, which made its presence intolerable, it says in quotes.
Right.
My husband was in shorts and was getting the dog's saliva goo on his leg, Gil said.
Oh.
Well, see, that is just irresponsible owners as well. Like, all right, they can't help if it farts, but why are they letting the dog slobber on the guy's legs?
I agree. They said it wasn't that they didn't like dogs, but that they believed the airline should have notified them of the dog's presence in advance. Initially, the couple received an apology and two $73 gift vouchers. Gil didn't think this covered the difference in cost between premium and economy seats. Nearly a month later, the airline countered with two travel vouchers worth about $118 each. That's the end of the article. I do not understand what mathematics has gone on to say that there was compensation of $1,410.
Right.
Because by my count, that is 2 times $118, which is not that amount.
Oh, no.
Weird.
Perth Now, you have not written this very well.
Good job, Perth Now. Wow. That's
I'm surprised in a
very
way
slim article, isn't it?
it is. Yeah, they didn't even bother with the padding out of the telling us what a dog is or something like that. But
the stuff article's much better. I'll switch over to that once you've finished your point, Peter.
I was just going to say, I'm surprised that they don't say that there's going to be a dog in the cabin, because what if someone had an allergy or something?
Yeah, absolutely. And in premium wanker seats as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Press said she overheard the dog's owner telling another passenger that he gets anxious, and that's why the dog was with him in the cabin. But Press said it was the dog that appeared it to be in a distressed sense. Oh, okay. So that's another thing that Perth now has got wrong. It wasn't the dog that got distressed; it was the owner that got distressed, and that's why the dog was with him.
And that's why the dog was with him. Oh, I see.
Yes. Press raised their discomfort with a flight attendant who said the only other seats available were in the back row of economy. The couple decided to stay put, but about halfway through the flight, the dog's presence had become intolerable due to the smell. It was farting, Press said, as well as the space it was occupying in her husband's legroom, as it was far too large for its owner's seat space. The passenger couldn't have the dog out in the aisle because they couldn't get the trolleys through, so it had to come in further, which meant his head was under my husband's feet. My husband was in shorts and was getting the dog's saliva goo on his leg. Press said they spoke to the flight attendant, who said he could now offer seats in the front row of the economy cabin that had earlier been reserved for staff. As the couple moved seats, they were assured an incident report had been filed and they could expect to hear from the airline. But after a week passed and they heard nothing, Press emailed the airline's customer service team to complain. 2 weeks later, the airline emailed back and apologised for the incident, offering each of them a SG $100. What's that?
Oh, Singapore dollar.
Singapore dollar or New Zealand $125 gift voucher for the airline's Chris Shop website.
Oh my God.
Press responded saying that didn't reflect the difference in value between their premium economy seats and the economy seats they ended up sitting in. Over 3 weeks later, the airline responded, this time offering a travel voucher of New Zealand dollars 200 per person. But Press said this was still unacceptable, and she was now seeking a full refund for that leg of the journey, which they had booked through Air New Zealand. They were frustrated. It had been more than 2 months, blah, blah, blah. Singapore Airlines reiterated an apology. As of April the 1st, Singapore Airlines no longer allows emotional support dogs on board its flight.
Oh, this dog ruined it for everyone.
That's the real headline here, is that dogs are no longer allowed on their planes.
Because of this one farting.
Because of this stinky boy. So...
Well, next time, bring your dog shreddies along, at least. Good God.
Yeah, little dog nappy.
As well, all right, emotional support animals, that's, if an airline wants to allow it, that's fine. But, I'd have thought they would then maybe say that you have to pay for an extra seat. And I don't mean it I'm not trying to be funny, the dog needs to sit there with, a seatbelt on and listen to the safety announcements. But... just for the space, it can't stand in the aisle, as the article just said. So where's it supposed to be?
Yeah.
Just under the legs, which is where it was, which just does not seem practical. Yeah.
Under the seat.
And surely if it's in the walkway, that's probably a breach of safety stuff. They say don't leave stuff in the walkway. So I don't know, that's crazy. But,
I think it depends on the size of the dog. Speaking as someone who has a mother who has taken a small chihuahua on planes with her quite a few times now. He just sits in a little soft basket on
I can imagine.
Journey. But I think sometimes they put him in the hold.
Right. Yeah, that would work far more, far better than the dog in that picture, which is gonna get literally under your feet and get in the way.
Yeah.
Poor buddy.
Agreed. There we are. That's my listener submitted thing. Thank you, listener, for submitting that. Peter Austin, would you like to do your real boy thing?
Yes, my real boy thing is, it's not super long. It's something that I've been thinking about bringing along for a while, but I've always said, no, I won't, because there's not really enough of it. But, hey, I'm doing it now.
Okay.
For no other reason other than, partly because it'll get us warmed up for Spooky Month. So the next episode of Podiots falls very close to Halloween, so perhaps we'll do some spooky things then. But it's
spooky. It's time soon.
This is a strange and mysterious thing in the lead up to true spooky time. So this is a Wikipedia. It is an article called "Lead Masks Case." So this is it. The lead masks case, Portuguese "Misterio das Mascaras de Chumbo," which literally means "mystery of the lead masks."
Dichumbo.
Dichumbo. Chumbo.
Sure. Okay.
It involves a series of events which led to the death of two Brazilian electronic technicians, Manuel Pereira de Cruz and Miguel Jose Viana, who had last been seen by their families on August the 17th, 1966. Their bodies were discovered on August the 20th, 1966, and the cause of their deaths has never been determined. There are various bits of Portuguese in this article, which I will either avoid where possible or butcher where not possible. So, this is the event. On the afternoon of August the 20th, 1966, a young boy was flying a kite on the Morro do Vintém, that's Vintém Hill, in Niterói, Rio de Janeiro, when he came upon the two bodies of deceased males and reported them to the authorities. The Morro do Vintém had difficult terrain, and the police were unable to reach the bodies until the next day. I don't really know how a child could find the bodies and report them to the police, but the police couldn't then go and, I guess maybe with all their equipment, but anyway, they couldn't reach the bodies till the next day. When a small team of police and firefighters arrived, they encountered an odd scene. The bodies rested next to each other, partly covered by grass. Each body wore a formal suit, a lead eye mask, and a waterproof coat. There were no signs of major trauma or any evidence of a struggle. Next to the corpses, police found an empty water bottle and a packet containing 2 wet towels. A small notebook was also identified, on which were written the cryptic instructions, in Portuguese, 1630, as in the time, 1630, be at the specified location, 1830, ingest capsules, after the effect, protect metals, await signal mask.
Ooh.
Strange. Ooh. The two men were identified as Manuela Pereira de Cruz and Miguel Jose Viana, two electronic technicians from Campos dos Goitacazes, a town several kilometers to the northeast of Rio de Janeiro. Following an investigation, police reconstructed a plausible narrative of the men's last days. On August the 17th, Cruz and Viana left Campos dos Goitacazes with the stated intent that they needed to purchase some materials for work. The two men then boarded a bus to Niterói and arrived at 2:30 p.m. Evidence shows that the waterproof coats were then purchased at a shop there and 1 bottle of water from a local bar. Upon being interviewed, the waitress from the bar described Miguel as very nervous and noticed he frequently checked his watch. This is the last time they were known to have been seen alive, and it's presumed they went directly from the bar to the spot at which they were discovered. No obvious injuries were discovered at the scene, nor later at the autopsy, which took place weeks later. The coroner's office was very busy at the time, and when the autopsy was finally conducted, the internal organs of the two victims were too badly decomposed for reliable testing. Because of this delay, testing for toxic substances was not conducted. So we now move on to the theories. And there's not much here. It's 5 lines of text, and that's the end of the article. So these are the theories. There are multiple theories that have been proposed to explain this case, ranging from foul play to UFOs, of course.
Yes.
Which we don't go into, fortunately. One theory revolves around the testimony of a friend of the two men who claimed that they were members of a group of scientific spiritualists. Ooh. The men were apparently attempting to contact extraterrestrials or spirits using psychedelic drugs. Believing that such an encounter would be accompanied by blinding light, the men cut metal masks to shield their eyes and may have died of drug overdoses. This account is corroborated by the esoteric diary entry found at the scene and by mask-making materials and literature concerning spirits found at the men's homes. How strange. And that's it. That's all we get from Wikipedia with this story. Well, that's pretty much all that's known. It's still unsolved. No one knows exactly what brought them there. They don't know what the cause of death was because they were too badly decomposed by the time they were, the coroner dealt with them. So, 2 men, 1966, in their suits, dead, with some lead masks and a very strange note. That's all we know, really.
Oh, spooky. Yeah, I'm very I like the theory that it's like spiritual scientists getting weird for a bit. I mean, that's what I want to believe.
I like the practical aspect of like, right, we're going to take some psychedelic drugs and see some ghosts or aliens or whatever. But let's keep in mind, there is going to be some blinding heavenly light when we see ghosts. So let's take some masks. Am I right? We've got to protect our eyes. Like, I feel like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't think of that. I'd be like, oh yeah, we'll go take the drugs and we'll meet the aliens. Like, I wouldn't then think, oh, but actually the flying saucer that arrives might burn my retinas, so I best take a mask with me. But clearly they've been doing a lot of reading and they know what to expect.
Do you reckon they succeeded in their mission?
Maybe. Hey, maybe that's what happened. Their spirits were taken away. Yeah. Yeah.
All we can say is that you shouldn't do what they did.
Do not do what they did. No. Definitely not.
Until we have confirmation that it works, and then
until we have confirmation that it
and then
works.
we can all
until
do it.
Then, do what everybody else does: smoke some weed, eat a pizza, have a wank, and go to bed. All right, you'll be fine. You'll feel a lot better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And wear a mask while you do it.
Why not just wear a mask for fun?
Why not? Yeah.
But not a lead one, probably. That's not good.
No, that too. Yeah. Yeah.
One of those plastic ones, those fun ones. You could be like Captain America, maybe.
Yeah. Get one of those,
or the Hulk.
Yeah. I was thinking Hulk mask, pizza on, porn on, big wank, big joint.
Big wank.
Big wank.
You could get one of those
Heavy
masks that it's just like a plain white one, and it comes with like some feathers and some sequins and some glue, and you customize it with a young person in your life.
And then you can tug on your masquerade balls.
Hey.
Indeed. Very good.
I think if you're going to go for the Hulk mask option, then you've also got to get the Hulk fist in on it.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
But just follow it out a little bit so you can masturbate using the Hulk fist.
Or follow the lead of the bubble bath man. Just put it in your bum.
Just put it in your bum.
Just put it in your bum when you're getting arrested. Put it in your bum.
Fist your bum with the Hulk fist.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Recommended by Vidiots.
Your bussy, right, Michael?
But absolutely perfect. Yeah, look at you. Natural. Yeah.
Nailing it. Easy.
Yeah.
This is easy.
Ooh. Lovely. Nice
Fantastic.
one, boys.
Thank you, Peter.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Peter.
Michael Johnson, would you like to do your listener-submitted thing, please?
I would be delighted to. This one comes from #SendDesiZebra emoji at DesiLove on Twitter. This is an article from vulture.com, and the headline reads, Shrek Swamp is real and it doesn't have Wi-Fi.
Hell
No.
Hell to the yeah. Well, hell to the... this is good. This is a little retreat. I'm going to send you a picture to just tickle your taste buds a little bit.
That looks fantastic.
God, it almost looks just like DreamWorks graphics. The tree looks almost fake.
It's movie accurate. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
The caption for that image is, do you think it smells like farts for accuracy?
I hope so. Otherwise, what are we paying for?
Yeah, that's why I pay the big bucks. The article starts, with Shrek, it's always the same old song and dance. What are you doing in my swamp? Very good. He says, get out of my swamp, he says. It's never the 4 words every woman wants to hear. Get into my swamp.
Ooh.
Until now. Airbnb has diverted the public's attention away from the massive L they took. That's another Gen Z one for you, eh? The L. Massive L they took in the New York City rental market with a very special listing, entreating you to, quote, spend the night in Shrek's swamp. You know how dorks love to stay in those real-life hobbit holes you see on Pinterest? This is
Dorks?
Dorks. Yeah, they've gone from... That's also... Who the hell says
those
dork?
Fucking clowns love to stay in their pop culture house.
Yeah, unlike all us cool people who want to go and stay in the Shrek swamp, right?
Yeah.
The Chads in the Shrek house.
Oh, God. This is like one of those... This is like one of those sharing that ripped from a storybook aesthetic and mossy overgrowth and landscaping, only it's an exact recreation of Shrek's... Sorry, this is one of those...
Has he got like 6
Hobbit
sections
holes.
to this sentence?
This is a long one. This is a long sentence. This is like one of those hobbit holes, but it's themed after Shrek. An exact recreation of Shrek's humble ogre home from the Shrek films. The 2-bed, 1-bath, stumpy, secluded haven was posted by Donkey. The username on the listing is Donkey, of course. I do have the Airbnb article in front of me, so we will have a dig through this.
A recreation of Shrek's humble home from the Shrek films.
Oh, that's where it's from.
Additional piece of information.
And they have been identity verified on Airbnb, so you're renting from the real Donkey here.
What? That doesn't
Eddie
seem right.
himself.
That 1-bath, by the way, is Shrek's outhouse, as seen in the first film's opening sequence. A perfect place to sit vigil for Smash Mouth lead singer Steve Harwell. Spaffmouth, Jesus. Smash Mouth lead singer Steve Harwell. May he rest in peace.
Okay, yeah, may he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Shrek Swamp is in the far, far away kingdom of the Scottish Highlands.
Oh,
this is we could do this.
Sorry, I'm looking at the Airbnb listing. If you scroll through the photos, there's an angle of one of the armchairs and just the fakest fucking PNG of Donkey sat on it that you've ever seen in your entire lives. Hang on.
Oh, that is good. Oh, I haven't had the chance to look through the images yet, so I'm going to treat myself to that. But that is a stonker.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah.
So good. Look at that fake-ass donkey.
What the hell?
Fake. Oh, my God. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the photos. We'll look at those in a second.
Mike, do continue. This article's amazing.
It's in the Scottish Highlands, sitting on the historic Ardavariki? I can't pronounce that. In a historic estate. Shrek himself sadly won't be there, but Queen Victoria once spent 3 weeks...
But Queen Victoria will.
What?
Somehow.
Queen Victoria once spent
Somehow
3 weeks
Queen
there.
Victoria returned.
Queen Victoria spent 3 weeks in the area in 1847, so you might get lucky and be haunted by her.
She didn't go to the Shrek house, though.
And then the article continues, and she was sort of the Shrek of her time, in a way.
What?
What does that mean?
Very rude.
Fantastic.
What
What
can't
does
just
that
say
mean?
that.
What does it
What does
mean?
that mean?
That's treason, right?
Oh, God. Also, there's no Wi-Fi. Airbnb is advertising a free 2-night swamp stay for up to 3 lucky, and get ready for it, brogers.
What?
It's ogre and bro smushed together.
Right.
Brogers.
Yeah.
From October 27th to 29th. The press release cautions that this is not a contest, despite what it sounds like. So it's up to you to scramble to reserve it on October 13th at 1 p.m. It's not too late to plan a last-minute destination wedding. Oh my God. So like this is going to go online and fastest finger wins and they get to...
Yeah, it's 6 p.m. on Friday, isn't it?
Oh my God. I know what I'm doing Friday.
They're just DDoSing themselves. However you pronounce
Can
that.
we
Just dossing.
all try and book it, and then we'll just go together?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
We need to, even if it's like halfway through next year, we need to book this thing and do it.
So is this official? Is this like...
It
Has
talks
someone
about
just-
DreamWorks Shrek
Is it
in the listing.
Well,
Yeah, it is. It looks... I'm going to send you the Airbnb listing as well.
So DreamWorks have like licensed this out kind of thing, or maybe even made it themselves as a kind of publicity thing, right? Or
I'm going to read the about the space on the Airbnb thing itself.
Yeah.
Located in the hills of Scottish Highlands, Shrek Swamp is a stumpy, secluded haven fit for a solitude-seeking ogre, and for the first time ever, a handful of his biggest fans. Thanks to yours truly, that's Donkey, I'm swamp sitting while Shrek's away this Halloween, and I'm absolutely delighted to invite you in a fairy tale stay. Oh, and never mind the beware signs, they're probably for decoration.
I'm looking at the additional rules on here.
Oh, yeah?
I just like how it's normal rules, but it says Shrek Swamp. So Shrek Swamp sleeps 3 people max, so please no additional guests.
Oh,
Fairy
says
tale
at the
creatures of
bottom.
all kinds are welcome, but we ask that guests not bring any pets. There will be 24-hour security on site during the stay. Shrek Swamp is located in rocky terrain and accessible via a 20-meter dirt trail off an unpaved road. Please note, the bathroom is located 20 meters from the main living area in a standalone facility. There's no
very
kitchen
good.
on site, but all meals and snacks will be provided. So please let me, Donkey, know if there are any allergies or dietary restrictions we should keep in mind.
Is Donkey
lastly-
making waffles? Oh,
Lastly,
in
and
the
most
mornings,
importantly,
making
remember guests won't melt in the rain, is what it says. So
Universal Studios Licensing LLC was compensated for providing rights to the use of DreamWorks Animation Shrek and the donkey character.
there we go.
It says.
So there's no Wi-Fi, but there is a carbon monoxide and smoke alarm. So
thank God. Thank God.
how much?
Sounds like the bathroom might be... I thought they meant like maybe you go through the outhouse door or something, but I think maybe you just go around the corner and there's like just a campsite bathroom kind of thing. Like
just a portaloo.
a shower block.
No. Look at this. I found a picture of like
into the
around the back of
tree.
the house is like is the actual shack.
Oh,
like,
wow. How many people are going to kick that off its hinges? Some.
Buddy. Oh,
What
man.
would you guys say is the maximum amount this would cost for us to go?
Oh,
Well, what do you mean, like maximum amount it would cost, or how much we'd be willing to pay?
How much
for
would
it?
you be willing to pay to go? Because it's a 4-hour and 20-minute Blaze It My Dudes drive from my house.
Oh,
I mean-
God. I don't know.
I think all in for one night between three of us, be £300 would be like my limit of like feeling like I hate myself for spending that much money on it. But I could like £100 each for a night in Shrek Swamp.
Yeah?
Yeah,
what do you think,
I wouldn't
Peter?
pay more than £100. I don't think. Like,
Okay.
it's funny that this exists, but like, I don't know how much money I'd be willing to spend.
Just
on
think
it.
about all the content opportunities that we could make for
Well, that's the
Vidiots.
thing.
We could
Yeah.
do a Podiots from Shrek Swamp.
Oh my
You and I,
God.
Peter, could record some stupid stuff for Triple Jump, like we played the Shrek PS1 game in Shrek Swamp's house.
Yeah, that's why I would go. That's why I would consider it. Is
So
because
what I'm hearing is that Adam
content
Pacitti will pay for it. And
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
it looks like it's just on the border of Cairngorms National Park.
it's really
So-
nice up there. I've driven through the Cairngorms.
Yeah, it looks hilly. So, okay, Friday, £300 is the maximum. And we'll let you guys know on the episode of Spookiots that comes out next whether or not we get it, right?
Well, I think on Friday the thing is like that you can get in for free.
Is
You
it?
win it,
I thought
don't
you can just
Yeah.
book it.
So like on the Friday, it's like I think there's a handful of spaces that are going for free, and I imagine once those go, then they'll open it up for paying customers. So we'll have a chance no matter what.
Okay. Well, we'll all have to check Friday at 6, okay?
Yeah.
Man.
You
What
guys
if we all
promised
get-
me.
What if we all get on there or like at some point and like, oh shit, it's available to book, and we all book it and we all spend like
Well, we
£900.
can. I think we can cancel. Airbnb is usually pretty good about that. Add your trip dates to get the cancellation details for the stay. Okay, well, it doesn't actually say because they haven't got any dates available, but usually you get a decent amount of time to cancel. So, and they will get a lot of cancellations, I would have thought, for this place. People will book it as a joke or whatever.
Oh, and it's a charity thing as well. To honour good childhood memories that last a lifetime, Airbnb will make a one-time donation to Hopscotch Children's Charity, which provides some of Scotland's most vulnerable disadvantaged children with respite breaks through nurturing and dynamic holiday trips. There you go. So, it's all a big PR stunt between Airbnb and Universal, I think, basically. But, hey, people are benefiting from it, so that's nice.
It's working on me.
Well, we'll let you know next time if we've managed to book a night at Shrek Swamp, which will be 4 hours there and then 4 hours back. And
Yeah.
Mikey's got to get to Newcastle for it.
It'd be
So
worth it. It'd be worth it.
it will be worth it. Yeah, it will be worth it. So brilliant. I know that this has been doing the rounds for like a couple of weeks now, but I'm glad we got to talk about this and make tentative plans to visit Shrek Swamp.
Yeah, we couldn't do Crinkly Bottom. That's long gone. So
No.
we'll have
we
the next
could
best
still
thing.
we could do some Urbex and get into Crinkly Bottom, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know where it is, but there we are.
Imagine
Cool.
turning up there because they've done some really good photos with the sunlight like beaming through the trees. Imagine getting there and it's just absolutely pissing it down with rain and you're just cold and miserable. It'd still be funny.
It would.
Oh, yeah.
There's a good chance it will be like that in Scotland.
Yeah.
So there we go. Fantastic. Thank you, Mikey, for that thing.
Mikey.
Thank you, Desi. Thank you, Desi.
It is now time for my thing, which I'm desperately hoping we've not talked about before because it feels like something we might have done. but I'm going to say the headline and we'll see if either of you go, I've done that before.
Right.
This is an article from storage2.com written by Kate Zikiewicz back in December 2018. The headline is Dr. Liston and the Surgery That Killed 3 People.
Well, it doesn't ring any bells.
Ring a bell. No.
Okay, good. Thank fuck for that. All right, here we go. Let's learn about this. A new exhibition has recently opened at the Bruce Museum, The Dawn of Modern Medicine, selections from the medical artifact collection of M. Donald Blowfox, MD, PhD.
Blowfox?
Yeah.
Good name.
I will put it in the chat, see if you want to pronounce that differently, but that looks like Blowfox to me. Blowfox?
Yeah, I think Blowfox. That's
All right.
Oh, never mind.
Blowfox.
Yeah, can we say Blowfox?
Foxlatio.
Yeah.
M. Donald Foxlatio. This exhibit chronicles the changing field of medicine throughout the 19th century, including the advent of anesthesia, germ theory, and diagnostic instruments like X-ray machines and stethoscopes. It was a fascinating time of scientific advancement and discovery, and one of the doctors operating during this time period was Dr. Robert Liston, 1794 to 1847. Dr. Liston was an English surgeon, and one of some renown. In the days before anaesthesia, surgeries were a dangerous and traumatic affair. Patients were conscious as they were operated on, and surgeries needed to be as fast as possible to minimise pain, panic, and blood loss. 1 in 4 people died after surgery, either on the operating table or from infection after. What about Dr. Liston? Only 1 in 10 of his patients died.
Good numbers.
Great.
Its success stemmed from 2 different factors. For one thing, he washed his hands. In those days, surgeons wore their bloodied aprons proudly. It was considered finicky and prudish to be preoccupied with cleanliness, and surgeons would often go from one surgery to another covered in blood and pus from their previous operations.
Oh, God.
Many people fell ill and died from the resulting infections. Dr. Liston not only washed his hands, he washed his medical instruments between surgeries as well.
Fantastic.
These small efforts at obtaining a cleaner surgical environment doubtlessly saved the lives of many of his patients. The other factor in his survival rate was a matter of great pride for Dr. Liston: speed. Dr. Liston was famous for his incredible surgical speed and could amputate a leg in only 2.5 minutes.
Only.
When you're enduring surgery while awake
Did everyone tell him it's not a race, that you can do it as slow as you need to?
No,
No,
would
take
die,
my leg
Mikey.
off in
I
30
guess.
seconds,
There's no
please.
anaesthesia. You want it done.
I guess. That's true.
When you're enduring surgery while awake and aware, you want a surgeon who will get it done quickly. People drawn by his reputation, would sit in his waiting room for days hoping to be seen. Not only was Dr. Liston fast, he was also a showman. Many surgeries of the time were carried out in an operating theatre, a room in a hospital or university where spectators could watch, much like when Peter saw a fly land on a brain that time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before a surgery, Dr. Liston would tell the audience, "Time me, gentlemen, time me," to put his legendary speed to the test. For the most part, his speed helped patients survive. Unfortunately, other times it backfired dramatically. During one leg amputation, he accidentally castrated a patient in his haste to remove the limb.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
no.
Another mishap was even more dire. On that fateful day, Dr. Liston was performing another leg amputation. As he moved with lightning speed, he accidentally cut off the fingers of the assistant who had been holding the patient down. Then, as he brought his knife back up, he slashed the coat of a spectator. The spectator fell over, dying immediately of fright. Though the assistant and I don't know how. Though the assistant and
That used
patient
to happen all the
survived.
time back then.
Though the assistant and patient survived the immediate procedure, they died not long after from infection. Thus, despite Dr. Liston's successes, he became the only surgeon in known history to have a 300% mortality rate from a single operation.
Wow.
Even though Dr. Liston's failures were uniquely memorable, he still saved far more lives than he cost. He eventually became the first surgeon to use anaesthesia during surgery and invented medical tools like the Liston knife that are still in use today. Also, there's a chance that the story of his deadly surgery may just be an urban legend. No first-hand account exists for this event, and it may be more exaggeration than truth. Sadly, as with the case of many stories from history, we may never know exactly what happened that day. So this is a meme that sometimes goes around. It's just like an old-timey picture of him. I will send it to you now in the chat. Look at his fantastic mutton chops.
I was going to say, I bet he's got amazing facial hair.
And it's got the caption like, "This man killed 3 people in one surgery." But it may not have actually been real. So make sure you fact check. And actually you can't, because we don't know is the answer.
Well, so I thought you were going to say at the end of this, well, I didn't think necessarily whether you would say or not, but I thought this might be based in some like actual first-hand account that, you know, it's known to be true. But given that there is a good or some chance that it's not true, I'm going to say also the idea that someone just died of fright is potentially not necessarily that believable. I know people had, you know, a weaker disposition in days of old, and people would collapse a bit more easily. And people were shocked by things far more. They had a lower threshold for shock, but
yeah,
I don't know if people actually, even back then, were just dying of fright necessarily.
No, it sounds like it was probably, if it was real and they did collapse, it was probably something else. You know, maybe they had a heart attack or something, or, you know, who knows. Died of fright is a bit vague.
Yeah,
but there we are. That's my thing. And thus concludes all of our things this week. Thank you to everybody who submitted a thing to us, and make sure you keep an eye out for future thing requests. We will be back in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully with an episode of Spookiots. So if you're going to submit a thing, make sure it's scary, some weird, scary news or whatever from near you. We'd love that. Michael, is there some sort of shop?
You're darn tootin'. If you head over to vidiotsofficial.com and click on the lovely little enticing shop button, you will be greeted by a veritable bounty of Vidiots wares that you can wear on your torso. We've got lovely little sticker sheets on there, an array of t-shirts and all these designs and colours. Wowee! Mug, hat and hoodie.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. So if you're feeling fancy and you want to treat yourself this Halloween season, then head over to vidiotsofficial.com and check out the shop. Thank you.
Fantastic. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all.com/Vidiots
Official.
Discord is vidiotsofficial.com/Discord. Go and say hello to the wonderful people there, and thank you to Tommy and Fleckers who mod us over on the Discord. Twitch.tv/VidiotsOfficial. I've just done our stream. Hopefully the VOD should be up on the YouTube channel soon if you want to catch up. And do give if you can. It's a very good cause. Fuck the Tories. Woo! Podiots.com is where you can go to donate to us and help us keep the lights on here and do what we do. Give a little back if you enjoy what we are recording for you every other week or thereabouts. It's been a bit of a stretch since the last time because Mikey had COVID and we've been generally busy. But hey, we're back now. And if you go to podiots.com, give £3 or more, you will join Pod Squad and you'll get a shout out at the beginning and the end of the podcast, just like
Adam W, Butterfield D's Nuts, Donak 07, Sir Digby Chicken Caesar, Specky Becky, Lord Brotovich, the Gravy Bay Boys.
Gravy Bay.
Gravy Bay. Grand Admiral Thread Webber, Mr. Macker, long overdue donation. I should probably do 2.
Nah, 2 feels a bit tight. 4 feels right. The very generous Con Bon Bon Bon. Shat My Pants banned from Tesco. I miss Grape Coon. Not a limp, only one leg. Noel Ewok Edmonds, Brian Blobbyfield, Raindrop Joy, disqualified from Cat Show. I bought a cheetah.
And finally, we've got Scruffy Bird Boy, Double-Handed Wank Champion, Bleep Bloop, it's R2D's Nuts, Dave Batista's Sizable Dong, This is a Shart Attack, Stephen Skodes, Pineapple Pizza, Cheddy and his Nads Yeah, Prince Beefcakes, One of Our Mundane Seeks, Emily Limes, and That Man What Wears a Hat. Thank you so much, Pod Squad, this week. You know what? I'm going to change my answer. I really enjoy One of Our Mundane Seeks.
That is good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. Sorry, Dave Batista's Sizable Dong. You are sizable, but not sizable enough this week. Podiots.com is where you can go to join Pod Squad. Thank you so much. Peter, was there anything released on Vidiots this time 5 years ago?
Loads and more, because we've been 3 weeks since the last episode. So we've got Vidiots live Twitch stream The Sims 3, Post Some Tat number 32, Ed Miliband. Well, we've got a signed photo of Ed.
Yes.
Airport to Airport GTA 5 challenge, Worst Games Ever Mass Effect Andromeda, Vidiots live Twitch stream, Dark Souls Remastered number 2. The best to ever Stronaut from Catastronauts. The extended deluxe director's cut of Peter Gets Hit by a Car. Turn the page. Podiots episode 16, In Bed with Neil. Post some tat number 33, For Fox's Sake. Rules Boss Bomb Disposal Challenge. Worst Games Ever, America's 10 Most Wanted. Personal Dick Rocket, the Sex Olympics 1990, featuring Booth. That's when Booth came to play Sex Olympics. Peter Gets Hit by a Car again, Art Attack PC. Vidiots live Twitch stream, Eggs for Bart / Fatal Frame 2.
Oh, I was thinking about Eggs for Bart earlier this week.
Bart. Eggs for Bart. Yeah.
That was awful. I don't think you were there for that, Peter.
I wasn't, no.
That was just a scary game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it, though, but yeah. Post some tat number 34, Happy Birthday, Mikey. Marvel's Spider-Man Upside Down Challenge. Worst Games Ever, Bad Boys 2. Rubbish Games Bonanza on the ZX Spectrum featuring Booth, because we shot a couple of things. Vidiots live Twitch stream, Swamp Sim / Luigi's Mansion / Sonic Dreams Collection. So that did feature Shrek, actually. And finally, Fighting Women, WWE 2K19. That's when, did we make ourselves as women?
No, I think we just used some preset women.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Right.
I think the thumbnail had our faces photoshopped onto those women.
Yeah. Right. We just chose some women and did a fight.
We did. We just did a women fight. It was great.
So that's what's out this time some years ago.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Peter. Mikey, where are you on the internet, please?
At Parrotboy on Twitter and also at Parrotboy on Instagram. Go check him out to see what I'm up to in the world this week or day or however it is social media works now. Thank you.
Peter, where are we?
We are at Team Triple Jump everywhere that's worth being. And you can also get us at confused_dude and at that Peter Austin on Twitter. And I'm on Instagram as well. But yeah, Triple Jump, Team Triple Jump for video game content, worst games ever, and so on.
Fantastic. Why not leave us a 5-star review on your platform of choice? It helps something to do with Al Gore's rhythms, and we'd really appreciate it if you could do that. It helps a lot, so please do. Do you guys have a final question before we fuck off?
What was your score on the Zoomer quiz?
Yes.
How did you do?
Yeah. Tell us some. Yeah. How did you do? I want to know how hip and cool are our audience.
Yeah. And what other words should we know? Are there any that should be in our repertoire?
Yeah. Let us know. Fantastic. Thank you so much for listening / watching, everybody. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for Spookiots. Goodbye. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.